Hi, my name is Chet here from Avion Technology in the Chicagoland area. We are a web development company, or what is popularly called a digital agency. So, what do we do? I have to do this little thing before every video. The guy who does my camera, his name is Sid. He kind of deletes these videos if I don't do this little, if I don't insert this like one sentence in it. Sid, just say hello to
Hi.
everyone.
Hi.
So,
You can hear me, right? Yeah.
So, what do? We do websites and apps. So we work with a lot of folks who have an idea in their head, and then they want to develop a product and then take it to a market. That's the first area we work in. The second area we work in is we work with small digital agencies, typically between 200,000 and 500,000 annual revenue, who have trouble staffing, especially on the website, and then we kind of help them. The third area we work in is digital marketing, and the fourth area that we work in right now is digital transformation. So we do Microsoft Dynamics ERP, we do Salesforce CRM, and we also started doing a little bit of work in AI these days using Jupyter. But today's topic is actually about testing, right? So every digital agency's owner's worst nightmare is when their client says that I'm not going to pay you because what you have designed for me does not work, right? And that's Sid's phone, so sorry. Uh, yeah. This is gonna be like the worst video we've done in like the last 100 videos, where his phone just rang in the middle of it. But we're not gonna edit it because we are really cheap and lazy. But so you send an invoice to a client, he doesn't pay, he says nothing works as it should, or you have an MVP, you do a product, you release a product build, and you suddenly see a lot of your subscriptions cancel. Why? Because some functionality is not working right. So every product owner or agency owner's worst nightmare is having something which does not work correctly, right? What do? Well, set up a QA process, right? How do you do that? Well, there's essentially just three types of testing that you need to do, right? I'm going to talk about that today. First is unit testing. What is unit testing? It's basically testing at source, right? So when you're a UI UX person, or when you're a web developer, or if it's a product, then you're a software developer. When they've done the work, make sure they have tested it before uploading it on the server. Make sure they've tested it before uploading it on Git, right? A lot of times, and I used to be a developer, I used to be a designer, I know we want to go home, it's 9:30 at night, we're working against a tight deadline, we punch in the last lines of code, we just upload it and go home without testing it, right? Leads you to a lot of trouble. So this kind of ties into a bigger issue of project management, and why you should always have buffers before a deadline. You don't want to work into the deadline, you want to have a buffer before it so that you test your work. But that's a later topic. For now, make sure you set up a process within your agency, make sure you set up a process within your product company that you have your developers test before they upload anything, right? That's number one. Second is regression testing. I'm sure you've heard it a lot of times. Well, this was working, I asked you to fix it, and you fixed that, but now something else is broken, right? That's because of regression testing. What happens is when you code, there's a lot of interdependencies in the code, right? So your developers go and fix something, they fix it, but it has ended up breaking some code somewhere else, right? Interdependencies. So then you do what is called regression testing, right? So you kind of test what they have fixed, and then you also fix the rest. You test the rest of the system to make sure that the rest of the system is also working right. Now, there's two kinds. There's manual testing. So you can do unit and regression testing. Doing manual testing, extremely time consuming. You don't want to do that. So how do you achieve both of this? Ensure that your company's deliverable quality is high, but it's not taking up a bunch of time. Well, you do two things. One, you use an automated testing tool like Selenium. Google it and you'll see it right here. So Google it, right? It's an automated tool which helps you with your unit testing and regression testing, right? And the second tool you want to use is Load Runner, right? That's for load testing, right? What load testing does is, sometimes the website that you've created or the app that you've created maybe works fine with 15 users on it, but what happens when there's 1,500 users on it, right? The server goes down, right? avoid that scenario, you should also do load testing. So, in a nutshell, work quality extremely important. Quality assurance extremely important. Gets you repeat business, right? What do? Set up a protocol. Unit testing, regression testing. How do you achieve that? By doing automated tests using Selenium and load tests using Load Runner or Load Impact. So I hope this has been fruitful. If you're an agency owner who's struggling with growth, or if you have a product idea and you want to take it to market, do give us a shout. My name is Chet, here in the Chicagoland area. This is my email, this is my number. If you like what I just said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will keep coming back at you with these kind of videos because we don't have a life. But I'm sorry about the little interruption with Sid's phone. I do assure you that next videos will not have Sid's phone ringing. From me here and Sid, who's behind the camera, this is thank you so much. It's a Thursday night, and we're off in the next 15 minutes. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.